Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about measuring ketones, specifically your breath ketones using a breathalyzer meter. But before we get started, if this is your first time here, hello. My name is Kathy Dean with Healthy Ambitions, a website and YouTube channel dedicated to the ketogenic diet and exercise. I also need to let you know that Ketoscan sent me their breathalyzer in exchange for this review. However, this video, my thoughts and my opinions are 100% my own. So this is actually going to be the second Ketoscan product I have reviewed. I did a video for them last year on their Ketoscan Mini. This product is about $150 on Amazon. Well, they have a brand new lightweight version, the Ketoscan Lite, and this is the thing that we're actually reviewing today. Later on in the video, I actually will do kind of a side-by-side comparison between the two. This one I believe is $120 on Amazon at this moment. If you would like to check it out and get your own Ketoscan breathalyzer, then in the description box below, I will be putting my Amazon affiliate link to that product so you can go check it out on Amazon. Now, it's important to understand before we get into the breathalyzer test and going over this product, your body actually produces 3 different types of ketones, and with that, there's 3 different ways to test for each of those ketones. So I'm probably gonna mess up the pronunciations, but these are the 3 ketones. You have acetoacetate, that's the ketones that spill out in your urine. Then you have acetone, which is a ketone that you can measure through your breath. And the final one, and probably the hardest one to pronounce, is the B-hydroxybutyrate, and that is measured through your blood. Now, because these are 3 different types of ketones, it's not really a one-for-one correlation. So different types of ketones being measured in different ways. A lot of people will ask me which is better, the urine test or the blood test or the breathalyzer test. And now I will say the urine tests are the least accurate, and that is because your hydration level can affect the readings. If you're more dehydrated, you're going to show a higher level of ketosis. If you're more hydrated, you're going to show a lower level. And so, like I said, if your hydration level can truly affect the outcome, it's not very reliable. That's not the case with the breathalyzer and the blood meters. So for brand new ketoers, you know what? The urine strips are good just to confirm you have achieved a state of ketosis. But for ongoing keto, for a long-term keto person who actually wants to run more tests and see how their diet affects their levels, then you really should go for either the blood meter or the breathalyzer meter. Side by side, you can't compare them. I actually find the breathalyzer and the blood test to be fairly accurate on both sides. Even though it's not a one-for-one correlation, I have noticed I'm testing, my ketone levels will kind of go up and down together with both of them, even if it's not a one-for-one correlation. So then the question again comes down to, if we're taking the urine strips completely out for your long-term ketoers, or just looking at the breath and the blood meters, then really it comes down to preference. With the breathalyzer, you can take that everywhere with you. You can easily test it anywhere. You're not having to deal with blood and finger pricks and all that stuff. And some people are a little squeamish when it comes to the finger pricks. Like my family physically cannot prick their own fingers. Like if I'm gonna do it or if they're gonna do it, they have to have me prick their finger. So for them, they really hate the blood meter and they prefer the breathalyzer. On the flip side, the blood meter that I have, it tests not just ketones, but also glucose, which kind of gives me an overall picture of where I'm at with those 2 numbers combined. But again, it's not as portable because in addition to being a little bloody sometimes, and when I prick my finger, I'm a bleeder. So it comes out, a lot comes out. But I've got the meter, I've got the lancet, I've got the pin, I've got the strips, I've got, everything that goes with that. With this, it's this, and we'll talk about it in a second, and a mouthpiece, and that's it. So this is actually easier, this is much more mobile. So now let's talk the difference between the 2 Ketoscan products. Again, I've already done a review on the Ketoscan Mini before and showing you how to use it. This is more about the Ketoscan Lite, but I think it is important to review the 2. Both of these products are you can still purchase online. This is the older one, this is the newer one, but they did a few things and took out a few features and a few perks of this one to make it even less expensive. The measurements, the Ketoscan Mini actually will measure up to 99 ppm, where this one only goes to 40. Honestly, you get up to 40 or anything over 40, you're in dangerous levels anyway. So you don't want to be over 40. The Ketoscan Mini will display a decimal point up through 9.9. This one just does whole numbers. I don't know that it's that big of a deal because you're looking for the range, right? Not necessarily down to the nitty-gritty details. As far as pre-testing, the Mini, it's activated depending on the sensor. Anytime I've used it, it's had to go through the calibration process every time. This one, it claims that it is activated for every test. Now, I haven't tested with it for enough days in a row to really test that out, but that is what the website claims. Both of them, so they have sensors in here, the breathalyzer sensors, and in both cases, they are good for up to 300 tests. Now, quick thing, at that point, and you will get an error on the device, you will need to go to the Ketoscan website and you will need to fill out a replacement request. And unfortunately, and here's kind of the downside with it, you've got to send in this whole thing to replace the sensor. They do not send you the sensor themselves. It is $30 for the sensor replacement, but you do have to mail it in. The reason being is that they use advanced breath acetone simulators, and only trained collaboration technicians can actually do it correctly. It is not for the layperson to do at home. So, but $30, I mean, think about it. 300 tests, there's 365 days in a year. You're not going to be testing every day. Most people don't. This should last you a year. And so once a year, you send it in, $30 to replace the sensor. And honestly, compared to the blood meters that you have to use a new strip for every test, if you're testing every day, you're looking at about $50 a month. This is an extra $30 a year versus the blood meters. So this is a little bit pricier on the front end, but overall long term, this is definitely the best bang for your buck. Now, one of the feature difference, the thing that they did take away, which makes it a little bit less expensive, the Ketoscan Mini is Bluetooth enabled. The Ketoscan Lite is not, which means the app for the Ketoscan Mini, when it's paired, it automatically uploads your reading. The Ketoscan Lite has its own app, but it is not a Bluetooth enabled auto upload. You got to go into the app and manually put in the reading. So, honestly, it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. In both cases, the app itself is free. So the Ketoscan Mini, you actually have a port for charging. The Ketoscan Lite, you have batteries, and it does come with batteries, so this worked straight out of the box for me. I did say, and this is one thing I really liked about the Mini, it actually came with a little carrying case, which was really nice because I had the carrying case and I had the little pouches where I could put the instructions and then also additional mouthpieces. Now, one thing they don't actually list on their website side by side, which I found very interesting, the Ketoscan Mini has its own mouthpiece in it. If you're the only one using it, you don't even need the disposable mouthpieces. You can just use it yourself. The Lite, however, it has the port to add the little straw in, but you can't blow into that. So you have the disposable little straws that come with it. And then actually, you make sure you don't cover that up when you're blowing through because it needs to be open. It comes with 3. Now, Amazon does have replaceable Ketoscan disposable mouthpieces. You get like a pack of 20 for $10. So very reasonable. Me personally though, I would not be a one and done type of person. I would use this and wash it until it got gunky and then I would change it out. But that's just me. So really, I think maybe I'd probably only buy replacement mouthpieces, again, maybe once a year. So there's an additional $10 on top of the 30. So again, $40 a year versus $30 to $50 a month. Big difference, huge difference. Oh, this tells you how many countdown you have left too. Okay, that's neat. Because the Mini does not give you the countdown. This one does. As far as now I have 299 tests left. So it's counting down for its calibration. Maybe it's already activated. I feel like the screen on the Ketoscan Lite is way better than the Mini. So 6LO, that means blow. This actually, once it's done, once you breathe, once you've blown through it enough, it'll actually vibrate to tell you that you can stop. Oh, so this is counting down again. So maybe it wasn't fully activated. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. It buzzed on me. So we'll see. Okay, so I'm sitting at a 3 ppm. And 3 ppm, if I remember correctly, I believe that is a low a low state of ketosis. I will have to look that up. It is low. I'll look it up on my phone. I'm not sure. So anyway, but that is how to use it. I will say just from using it and breathing in it, because this one vibrates when you've blown through it enough. I think this one is way more user-friendly. Again, the downside is you have to manually upload the readings into the free app. It's not that big of a deal. This one, I don't think you have to breathe. I think this is, you breathe into it 2 seconds, where the older one is 3 seconds. So yeah, so they're both good. And I've used them both. I think I like the Lite better though. Even though it doesn't come with the carrying case, I feel like the Lite is more user-friendly. Again, the app is free. You could actually go ahead and download it for iOS. I think it's on Android and iOS. But if you look up Ketoscan, you'll see 2 different apps. One is Ketoscan Mini, one is Ketoscan Lite, and they each serve their own devices. My overall thought is, again, for traveling and less evasive, not being messy type of test, this is awesome and this is great, and I definitely highly recommend it. Especially if you're squeamish with the finger prick, just like my family is. For me, I like having both meters. I, will do the blood meter when I want to check both my glucose against my ketone readers, my blood against my ketone readings. This one though, this is the one I will travel with. I won't travel with my blood meter. This will be my travel meter, if you will. If you want to check it out, my affiliate links for Amazon are in the description box below. When you purchase something off of one of my links, then I get a small kickback on your purchase at no additional cost to you, and I very much appreciate it. That is all I have for you today. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next video.